The Johnson & Johnson vaccine rolls out this week. Texas expected to get 24,000 doses by Friday. But how does this vaccine compare to the Moderna and Pfizer vaccines? Eyewitness News reporter Jeremy Baker takes a look.
The Pfizer and Moderna vaccines showed extremely high efficacy at 95%. Even though the Johnson & Johnson vaccine's efficacy isn't quite as high, experts say it still offers many benefits.
The important thing is not to compare the efficacy numbers from the Johnson & Johnson vaccine to these Moderna and Pfizer vaccines, because if you look at some other outcomes of great importance to us, the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, and during those trials, they didn't have any patients that were in the hospital or died.
The Johnson & Johnson vaccine trials took place around the world and overall saw a 66% efficacy, which means that it prevents any infection from occurring 66% of the time. In South Africa, where one of the variants is the predominant strain, the vaccine was 52% effective, but here in the U.S., the vaccine was found to be 72% effective, but 100% effective in avoiding worst-case scenarios. The one-dose aspect of the vaccine is also a huge advantage.
One of the challenges with the Pfizer Moderna vaccine is that you have to do 2 doses in the series, right? And so you have to schedule people and make sure they show back up on time appropriately.
Another advantage of a one-dose vaccine, medical professionals can bring the vaccine to you.
You can go into communities where it's difficult for them to get to vaccine sites. You could look at things like mobile vans or buses where you can provide vaccine to communities that don't have the same resources.
And because the vaccine doesn't need ultra-cold storage and just simple refrigeration, it can be much easier to transport globally, which is very much needed to get this pandemic under control. Jeremy Baker, KENS 5 Eyewitness News.